Welcome to the tutorial video for how to configure your Services Hub on-demand assessment for Exchange. In this video, you'll learn the prerequisites to setting up your assessment, the requirements for the user account used to do the setup, step-by-step instructions for completing the setup, and finally, you'll see how to view and analyze the results of your Exchange assessment. If you haven't already, you'll need to install the Microsoft Monitoring Agent on a system in your environment. You can watch a short tutorial video at the link displayed here. To configure the Exchange assessment, you need a domain user account with the following permissions: an Exchange view on the administrator permission to the Exchange organization, administrative access to every Exchange server in the organization, and finally, public folder administrative permission to the Exchange organization. Although this is not required if the account is a domain administrator or an Exchange full administrator. Now to begin configuring the Exchange on-demand assessment, we need a working directory for the assessment data and the path to that directory to reference in our commands. This directory will be on the C drive with the name Assessments. Next, launch a PowerShell prompt by right-clicking and choosing Run as Administrator. Then run the command as add-exchange assessment task. Halfway through typing the command, you can click Tab, and if you see the line autocomplete, you'll know the agent setup module is loaded successfully. For the next input, press a space, then a dash to bring up the working directory input. Here, input the path to your working directory in double quotes. Finally, enter your Exchange administrator account credentials and password, then hit Enter. Now it is safe to close the PowerShell window. Now we go into the Task Scheduler and schedule our task for a future date, since we don't want the manual task that we will schedule right now to conflict with a future scheduled task that is going to run. So go into Assessments, click on the Exchange Assessment, Properties, then go into Triggers, and edit this trigger to run at a future date. Enter your credentials to edit the task, then right-click and choose Run. Now go into your working directory to make sure that things are working fine. After a few minutes, you will see files generated. Go into the Data Model folder and make sure that all of your Exchange servers are being discovered. Next, go into Logs and open the Discovery Trace to make sure there are no unexpected exceptions. Finally, after 3 or 4 hours, you can analyze the results of your Exchange assessment. You open the Azure Log Analytics workspace, and for your Exchange server assessments, you will see recommendations. Clicking on the tile will show you all the recommendations. Clicking one of those recommendations will show you the recommendation, the issue, the suggested action to fix the issue. This also shows the impact of the issue on your environment, the probability of this issue reoccurring, the effort needed to mitigate the risk, and finally, which servers and other objects were affected. This concludes the tutorial video on how to configure the Services Hub on-demand assessment for Exchange.